Good evening, Jeremy. This is Penelope Pitts, and I like to say I really appreciate reading your post and what you gleaned from reading the entire book of Luke, coming from Luke's perspective on Jesus' life from birth to his death and resurrection. The discussion board question was, what was Jesus like relationally? And what I picked up on first of all was how you talked about much about bracketing and the importance of bracketing when you uh, did your post to make sure that you did not incorporate your personal biases in the lessons that you learned from the church, and to ensure that it's not confused with the statements concerning the Godhead. So I appreciate the honesty, and something that as researchers we need to be quite aware of when we're doing our research and we're doing our writing, that we need to bracket our thoughts, and so to speak, so we can get the true essence of what we're being told by those that we're collecting data from. You said the theme, it was several themes that you were able to glean from the book of Luke. You said the theme that presents itself most frequently has to do with his speech. He is supportive of his speech twice, and he rebukes either disciples or those around him. And you talk about how Jesus, quite several times within the book of Luke, how the Pharisees try to corner Jesus in some of the when he was performing miracles on the Sabbath and some of the things that he did, and how Jesus was able to rebuke them and not be coerced into following what they were trying to get him to do, and not being distracted by what he was sent by the Father to do. The second most prominent has to do with his behavior. He is direct, intentional, and humble. And I totally agree. I got the same thing when I read the book of Luke. Jesus was very intentional on what he had to do, what the Father sent him here to do. The miracles that he done were, they were miracles. Yet he was humble. He did not try to take credit for himself. Quite often in the book of Luke, he would tell those that he performed the miracles not to tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that I did this. What I took from your post was just how Jesus was very a humble servant, and this is how we should be. And when we do things for people, it's how we're not supposed to toot our horn, so to speak. Do things and do what we're going to do it in humility. Be caring, but do it in humility, and let our speech always be seasoned with grace, treating others how we would like our own selves to be treated. So definitely, I truly enjoyed your post. I enjoyed the honesty of how you said you had to do much bracketing, and that can be something difficult to do, especially if you are a learner of the Bible. So that's something that I need to pay attention to as well as I move forward into this research class. So again, Jeremy, thank you for your post. I really appreciate it. Take care.